Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this opportunity, I would like to present my research paper. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Aprilliana Putri, and my team consists of 3 people, which is me, Saifuddin, and Yayan Sanjaya. We are from Biology Department, Biology Education Department, Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia. My research title is Implementation of Modeling-Based Inquiry Learning to Improve Student Conceptual Understanding and Motivation on Animal Tissue Object. In this presentation, I will present 4 points. First is introduction, second is method, third is result and discussion, and then the last is conclusion. Okay, let us move to introduction. Unfortunately, nowadays, most of the learning process that occur in class still tend to be teacher-centered. This teacher-centered learning makes students does not have a positive view of learning, and students tend to lose interest more easily and forget information that's obtained in the classroom. Therefore, active learning or student-centered learning is more preferable nowadays. In student-centered learning, students are provided the opportunity to carry out investigation, to test their ideas, construct their knowledge, and making inquiries. One of the active or student-centered learning methods that is already well known is inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning is one of the best learning models that can motivate and assist students in learning. Modeling is a core practice in science and a central part of scientific literacy. Therefore, embedding modeling in inquiry learning is suggested. That is named modeling-based learning. This modeling-based inquiry learning is an instructional approach in which learners engage in scientific inquiry whose focus is on creation, evaluation, and revision of scientific models. Students' conceptual understanding is important in learning biology, and it can determine students' success or failure in learning. Students' motivation is also important because it is one of the factors that influence student success in learning. Students that have higher motivation is more likely to have higher learning outcome too. So the purpose of this research is to investigate the effect of modeling-based inquiry learning to increase student conceptual understanding and student motivation. Okay, now we move to method. This research is a quasi-experiment, that is pre-test, post-test control and experimental group. The control group consists of 26 students. In control group, the instructional learning is guided inquiry learning. The experimental group consists of 29 students. In this experimental group, students learn with guided inquiry learning, but with modeling. So both class or both group is using guided inquiry learning, but control group did not make model, and experimental group make model. The participant of this study is 11 grade student, or kelas 11 SMA. The instrument of this research is first concept test that consists of 15 multiple choice on animal tissue subject. And then the second one is motivated strategies for learning questionnaire, or MSLQ, that is made by Putri et al. At 1991. This questionnaire is translated and adapted to Bahasa Indonesia, which consists of 28 items with 7 Likert scale. Concept test is to test the conceptual understanding, and the MSLQ is to test the student motivation. The learning activities that is happening in class is guided inquiry learning syntax with modeling embedded. That is, first, student observes animal epithelial tissue with microscope, and then student draw two-dimension result from their observation, and then student build 3D animal epithelial tissue model based on their observation in group. The data analysis for this research is first t-test. The t-test is for testing the significance between control and experimental group, and then n-gain to test the increase of conceptual understanding and motivation after learning, also to test the effectivity of the learning. Okay, we move to result and discussion. This is the result of control group. This is the mean of pretest, post-test, n-gain, and n-gain percentage. First, for control group, conceptual understanding pretest, the mean is 20.26, and then the post-test mean is 58.46, and then n-gain mean is 0.48. That is, category is medium increase, and then the n-gain percentage to test the effectiveness of the learning is 48.34%. That is less effective, which is mean the learning that happened in control group is less effective in increasing conceptual understanding. For motivation in control group, the mean for pretest is 119.81, and then the post-test is 133.27. N-gain is 0.19, which is low increase in motivation, and then n-gain percentage is 80.66, which is not effective. The meaning is the learning that happened in control group, which is guided inquiry, only the guided inquiry, is not effective to increase student motivation. The result for experiment group for conceptual understanding, first, the mean of pretest is 23.91. The mean of post-test is 69.89. And then the mean for n-gain is 0.62, which is medium increase. And then the n-gain percentage to test the effectiveness of the learning to increase the conceptual understanding result is 61.78, which is the learning effective enough to increase conceptual understanding. The meaning is that model-based inquiry learning is effective enough to increase conceptual understanding. The result for motivation in experiment group, The mean of retest is 119.41. The post-test is 143.24. The end gain is 0.33, which is medium increase. And then the end gain percentage is 32.75, which is not effective. We can see from this both table that in control group, end gain showing that there is medium increase in conceptual understanding and low increase in motivation. And then the effectiveness of the learning in control group is for conceptual understand. To improve the conceptual understanding is less effective, and to improve the motivation is not effective. For experiment group, we can see that here end gain for conceptual understanding is medium increase. So the learning or model-based inquiry learning can make medium increase in conceptual understanding, in student conceptual understanding. And then for motivation is also medium increase. In control group is low increase, in experiment group is medium increase. And then for engage percentage is in experimental group effective enough. The model-based inquiry learning is effective enough to increase conceptual understanding, but not effective for increasing motivation. The t-test is for looking if there is a significant difference between conceptual knowledge and motivation in both groups, between control group and experimental group. First, we look for conceptual knowledge. The t-test result is 0.000, which is smaller than 0.05. The meaning is there is a significant difference between control group and experimental group. For motivation, the result of the from the t-test is 0.136, which is bigger than 0.05. The meaning is there is no significant difference in motivation between control group and experiment group. Okay, we here come to the conclusion. The finding of this research indicated that modeling-based inquiry learning had a positive impact on student conceptual understanding and motivation. And it can be used in class to increase student conceptual understanding and motivation in learning. Okay, that is all that I can present from my research paper. Thank you for your kind attention. And if you have any further question, you can write the question on the question box, or you can contact me in my email. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.